So I'm in Calp in Rossendale with my best mate, Johnny Wilson. And I'm staying at his property tonight. It's a gorgeous property, right in the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful. And we're going up that hill today. We're going hiking. And I couldn't be more excited. So I'll do some little video clips on the route. So we're slowly ascending. There's a reservoir just in front of us, but that's not the reservoir we're heading to. There's another reservoir right on the top of that hill on the other side. And we're doing a circular route. And then back round to Son's house, where we'll be going out for dinner tonight if I'm not collapsed in a heap on his sofa after this walk. But look at this here, just stunning. So this is the first reservoir on our route. How many of them do you reckon there are, Son?
3.
There's 3 reservoirs on our route today. This is the first one. What's that? Right. I'll drop in the What 3 Words location for this if anyone wants to come here and have a little walk round if you're ever in the north of England. You don't really get much better than that, does it? Just look at that view. My mate Son has just said that this could be the Lake District. It's not, but it could be because it just looks so cool. Yeah, now my friend lives, if you look at that reservoir there, you can't really see because it's a very wide shot, but there's some houses down the bottom there, and he lives on the edge of that little village. Absolutely fantastic place to live. So we're across the top of that big hill now, and there's lots of sheep and lambs. I don't know if you can see them in the centre of my frame, looking at me there going, you stay away from my lamb. Don't worry, I'm not coming anywhere near you. And we're walking around the side of the hill now. So is the reservoir on the other side, Son?
Yeah, at the bottom here.
At the bottom here, yeah. So is this the one we came to when we walked last time, but from the other side? No. No? Oh, right. So yeah, and that's, I think that's Yorkshire over there.
It is heading towards Yorkshire.
Heading towards Yorkshire. And you can see here, I don't know if you can see because it's quite a wide lens this, but there are wind turbines everywhere. And no one cares, do they, Son?
No.
And I know it's controversial, and I know people in Surrey don't want them. But personally, I don't think they do any harm, to be honest. Looking at them over there, it's not spoiling my enjoyment of my walk today. And I think it's necessary, personally. But we have them all over the place in the northwest, and I don't think anyone gives a hoot, do they?
I don't think so. Clean energy.
Clean energy, that's right. Like your property. So his property, beautiful property that he's just built himself, has got what is it? Air source heat pump, solar energy, and it's dead environmentally friendly, his house. Although it's not 100% off the grid, is it?
No, it's still got electric going to it, but very, very low outgoing, very well insulated.
Right, and
clad with Japanese burnt larch.
Oh right, lovely. And does so I suppose in the summer you don't use a lot of energy, do you?
All year round we don't use much for the meter readings.
Oh right.
It's because it's LEDs, well insulated.
Right.
Air source.
Yeah. Nice. So that's the way of the future.
I definitely recommend air source heating.
Do you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
especially on an insulated house like ours. I suppose they have to be really well insulated to achieve the thermal values, but ours works really well. It keeps it at a constant 21 degrees. Sign later, you see it.
So this is the old railway line that we're walking on now, and you can see just here all these wind turbines. Let me point the camera down. It's beautiful up here today. Not much wind, which is nice. Although we're a little bit sheltered from those hills over there, I think, which is why it's not too windy. I bet if we went up on that hill there, it'd be quite windy. What's that hill right in front of us, Son?
That's called Knoll Hill.
Knoll Hill. That would make a good wild camp on the top of that.
I think that we actually walked up there last time from the other side.
Is that,
the reservoir.
is that right? Is that where we walk? Yeah. That's it. It's beautiful up here.
It clears up, you can see Manchester from here.
Yeah. I couldn't be more happier walking up here right now. So we've just come round the top of that there, down this path, and we're heading down. We're gonna drop down soon into the valley here, down to that reservoir, which is where we're going to stop for lunch, and then we're going to come all the way back round, all the way up back round the top there, and back to Son's house. Right, so we're going to drop down into the valley now, down to the reservoir, and little flock of sheep here, and their lambs. It's absolutely beautiful here, absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad you brought me up here, Son.
Yeah, head to the left there, Pearl.
Yeah. So yeah, we're dropping down now, down into this valley. There's two reservoirs there. Don't know if you can see them. You can probably see the big one to the left. It's a shame. It's a bit overcast, and straight ahead, which you will not be able to see on here. You can see the skyscrapers in Manchester. I can see them now through the haze. But yeah, this is the countryside of the northwest of England, and it's pretty spectacular. So we're now slowly descending, and that reservoir right in the centre of my frame looks, I think that's where we're going to stop for lunch, isn't it, Son?
Yeah.
Right. This is a lovely little spot that we're walking through now. Son's always marching off ahead. Like it. Yeah. This is a nice little view from here. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful little spot. That'd be a good little mountain biking track down there though, Son.
Yeah.
And it's right on the reservoir edge there. Right, so we've made it down the valley into Green Booth Reservoir, and this is where we're going to stop for lunch. Pretty lovely here. Certainly idyllic, I think. And we've hardly seen any people. We've seen a couple of people here because there's a little village just in front of us there. But for a large part of the walk so far, we've probably only seen 2 people, haven't we?
Yeah. But less so when we get high up.
Yeah, in the hills you don't see anyone at all, which is why they're the perfect spots to pitch a tent up and get close to nature.
Chicken and butter beans, that's all right, Pearl.
Yeah, it looks nice. So we found our spot for lunch, which is on this reservoir here, and we've just discovered, because we saw a little plaque, that under this reservoir is a village that they flooded. And we got chatting to this fella that we saw and his wife, and he said that it was his grandmother.
Yeah, in the 60s.
In the 60s, used to live in the village under this reservoir, which they flooded. And now he lives, there's a new little estate at the top of this hill here, and he lives there. What a lovely place to live. Beautiful. Right, so we're off again. Yeah, it's a bit airy, isn't it? So we're back off again, and we're going to walk round the side of the reservoir and then start going back, but we're going to go up a different hill to go back. And you can see some old mills here, some evidence of the, just point the camera down, there's evidence of the old village here. I imagine there was a bit of controversy when they decided to flood that village. This is a lovely little spot here, full of bluebells. I don't know if you can see them on the video. It smells beautiful. Climbing back up now around the other side of the reservoir, and if I point my camera around, hang on, we're going up there. So I reckon I'm going to get my steps in today. So that's where we've just come, all on the top of that, all the way down here, right, and then I think we dropped just there where those houses are on that hill, down the side there, through those woods, all the way down there, over the reservoir wall, and we stopped just at the corner of the reservoir there for lunch. Alright, well, that'll be fun. Oh yeah, these boots will sort it right out. Yeah, this is not bad scenery, is it? Not dissimilar to the Surrey Hills in some ways, but a lot more vast. So, this is a particularly lovely spot that we're walking along now. My favourite spot so far. And I want to own that house right there in the centre of my frame. You probably can't see it. I'll take a picture of it in a minute and stick it up on my Instagram later. But that is a beautiful property, isn't it? Right, so back up the other side now, and there's another reservoir there. Must be like reservoirs step down, hey?
Yeah.
It all runs down off the top of that hill where those wind turbines are.
Got one more reservoir to do.
Is it one more?
Yeah.
Well, we're more or less at the end of this reservoir now. There's another one up the hill there, which we're going to walk to, but we just stopped on this nice bench here that's dedicated to Christopher Simon Johnson, 1971 to 2021. I think this was put here by his partner, Sharon. I imagine this must have been a spot that he enjoyed, like we're doing. Right, so we're up at the next reservoir now.
Higher Nabden Reservoir.
Higher Nabden.
Yeah.
The Higher Nabden Reservoir we're at now. And very, very scenic. And we're heading up to that hill up there, right in the centre of my frame. That's where we're climbing up. So that ought to get me flipping heart rate up a bit. So we're very hot, so we've stopped at this crystal clear stream here. I'm going to douse my head in a bit of water. See, if I'd have bought me swimming trunks, I would have had a dip in that, but I don't fancy it now because we've got to get up there. So look at this. This is pretty steep stuff. As always, Sonny's ahead because he's fitter than I am. He does this all the time. He walks in places like this all the time because he lives on the edge of this jammy sod. A little bit out of breath, but I just thought I'd show you that view. And we're just about to try and get up that here, where we'll hopefully get a nice picture of the reservoir and the valley here. But Son is debating whether we hang a left round here. So I'm going to pull out my Ordnance Survey map and have a look at the land and see if what's going to be the most direct route and the less strenuous on my heart.
We'd have had to move away.
Yeah, so we're just walking up this now. Lovely little stream running down the middle of that with some great little bathing spots, but not really equipped for that today. But next time I come here, I'm definitely going to go and have a little dip in one of them pools. And you can see the wind farms on the top here. Ooh, that was very steep. What we just come up there, and we're just going to get over that brow there where Son is, and then we're going to head up over the top of that and then start to descend down into the village. So we're almost at the top of this hill now. I just had to swing round and show you that view. Look at that. And we just walked up from there. It's been quite steep. Definitely got my heart beating. Well, we're pretty much on top of the hill now. So we're going to hike it across there to that I don't know what it is, some kind of aerial or mast just behind that wind turbine, and then descend down into the village. But look at this. You probably can't see the towers right in front of me in the centre of my frame, but that's Rochdale. And right in the centre of my frame, you probably can't see them through the haze, but that's Manchester city centre. I can see the skyscrapers just there. Probably won't be able to make them out on this. I might be able to if I digitally zoom in afterwards in post, but yeah, that's Manchester right in the centre of the frame there. So we're on the service roads now to all these wind turbines, and actually quite pleased about these roads because it means that we can cycle up here and do a bit of wild camping in the summer. I think that's what we're going to try and do this summer. Get up here. What's it called, that one? Knoll Hill? Yeah. I want to get up onto Knoll Hill and watch a sunset and sunrise from there. Be pretty spectacular. But we're on these tracks now pretty much all the way back down into the village, because some of those hills were pretty tough going. But, they're good fun though. Next time I come, I'm bringing me trunks because I'm getting in one of them pools, son. Yeah. On the Rossendale Way, Bridle Way now, and heading back down. I think it's all downhill from now, isn't it, son? Back down into the village. And yeah, it's been a wonderful walk this. Absolutely love it up here. And we've already agreed that we're going to come back here in the summer and do a bit of camping on one of these mounds here somewhere. We haven't decided where yet, but yeah, pretty excited about that. So the Rossendale Way, ladies and gentlemen. Really nice. I feel a bit misled because Son said that it was all descent from here, and so far all we've done is gone uphill again. Only a slight one, yeah. Yeah, in case you're wondering, Son is one of my best mates from when I grew up in Whitefield in Manchester. Him and our other mate Adam Lewis, the three of us together, used to get up to some stupid shit, didn't we, son? Oh my god, the antics we used to get up to when we were growing up. Always outside, weren't we? Always outside, always in the outdoors. Not necessarily places like this, but where we grew up there was a really nice country park that was our little sort of play area, and oh, we used to do some dumb shit. But now Son is a fine upstanding pillar of society, businessman, entrepreneur, property owner. He's got properties all over the place that he develops. He's got a holiday cottage business. What's it called, Son? Rossendale Holiday Cottages and Glamping. I've never actually stayed there. Been there a few times. I think my nephew stayed there one time, didn't he? Pretty sure. I think so. Yeah. But it's really nice. If you're ever up this part of northwest of England, Rossendale, look up Rossendale Holiday Cottages and Glamping, and I know you'll have a fantastic time. So yeah, my best mate Son. And Son is short for Wilson, because his surname is Wilson, but we call him Son. And there's the last reservoir of the day as we descend down into Rossendale. Right, so we've stopped on the side of this hill at War's Well, and this has been here, according to this stone. Oh no, hang on a minute, that's how long he lived for, is it? 1817 to 1890? Doubt it, they didn't live that long in them days, did they?
What's the plaque say?
It says Edwin Waugh,
Yeah,
1817 to 1890.
may have done round here.
It looks like this well was erected, or this stone was erected in 1866. And I'm going to wash my hair, or damp my hair down with that water there, because I am very hot. So here's some information, an information board about Edwin. Is it Waugh? Edwin Waugh. With a little QR code there. I'll provide a link in the description. But there's information there about the well, and also it says there Edwin Waugh Dialect Society. So you know, they had their own dialect at this part of the North Manchester, and some of it people still use today. You sometimes hear some people talk using that dialect. It's quite interesting, and it says there's some writing there. Look, "I just mended the fire wi a cob." Don't understand half of that stuff. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see it in the centre of my frame, is Peel Tower. You can more or less see that from anywhere in Manchester. Peel Tower. It's a memorial to Sir Robert Peel, Berry's favourite son, I think. Quite a famous figure. I think he founded the police force, if I remember right, and was a British Prime Minister. Yeah, Labour Party Prime Minister, if I remember right. So yeah, that's what his monument was. We used to go up there all the time. We used to walk up and wild camp on there when we were in our teens a lot. And on the other side of that hill is where the Krypton Factor assault course is for Holcombe Camp, which I used to go to a lot when I was a cadet. Went over that assault course many times. Right, so we're heading down now, back down into Rossendale. It's all downhill from here.
Down into Waterfoot and Cow.
Yeah. I reckon there's got to be a pub somewhere, Son. We could get an alcohol-free beer on the way down.
Not before we get back to mine, but I know a brewery will do a nice alcohol-free beer.
Do you? What? On draft?
Yeah.
Where is it?
In Rossendale. We'll go on the way for dinner.
Let's go. Right. Nice descent now, down into Rossendale. And yeah, going out for dinner tonight. I don't know where we're going. I think we're going to a Turkish restaurant, aren't we, Son?
Or an Italian tapas.
Oh yeah, you want tapas, do you?
I don't mind, but it's a nice one if you only want something small.
Well, Tiggy's son went to a tapas bar. Was it last night?
Yeah.
Said it was the best tapas he's ever had in his life. I don't know how many tapas Tiger's had in his life, so I'm not convinced it's a reliable assessment, but we'll see. I don't mind anyway. Wherever you want to go is fine by me, as long as I can get an alcohol-free beer somewhere at the bottom of this walk. So Son has just pointed out to me, I don't know if you can make it out, but where I'm pointing now, that's the first reservoir we saw as we started our ascent, and then we walked all the way up there over the top around to that other reservoir. So yeah, we have, how many miles have we done so far, Son?
Up to 10.
10 miles. It's not too bad. Not too bad. So we're back at Casa del Son. So what have we done, Son? What's
17 kilometres.
17 kilometres. Rossendale Way.